All right, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Kai Lavea once more. This one's about ChatGPT. They're about to move towards erotica type responses for typical perverts paradise, right? Because a lot of guys that are in tech are extremely involved in the porn and everything else, right? So this is going to be a little different. Let's go ahead and head into the story.
OpenAI says it plans to loosen restrictions on ChatGPT, including allowing the chatbot to sext with verified adults. The most recent version of ChatGPT comes with tight restrictions, but in just a few weeks, CEO Sam Altman says the chatbot will get more of a personality and, quote, treat adult users like adults.
Treat them like adults. But see, the problem with all this AI bullshit, it's training. It's like it can't tell you no exactly. And I think that's why people get so obsessed with it, because when you get involved and interact with actual human beings, a lot of times what you say or ask them, whatever their response is going to be, you're probably not going to like it. So pretty much all AI is that adult that'll never tell you no. That person that is too nice to say no. That's all AI is. It's just like when, your kids, you tell them no, they'll go to the other parent, the mother, and they'll get a yes from them. One parent's always going to say yes sometimes. So
let's bring in CBS News senior business and technology correspondent Jolene Kent. Jolene, thanks for being with us. What do the existing guardrails look like on ChatGPT when it comes to sexually explicit content?
Well, look, we are talking about age verification here. And currently, according to OpenAI, the way it works is when you go to ChatGPT, you have to disclose your age or your age range. And essentially, when you go there for the first time, it prompts you to put in your age. It uses a third-party app to either have you verify your age through government documents or a selfie or some kind of detection of what your age range might be. And as a result, then you are sort of age gated, so to speak, in some of the content. If you're 13 to 17, you're supposed to have a parent get involved in this. So
screw that. You still have the website. See, a lot of people don't like to give out their information, whether they have to give out their name or not. So you have the websites that's been around forever. You have Pornhub and all the other ones. So why even go through all this headache when you could just go to the OG websites?
what's happening here, though, is a back and forth between what Sam Altman said earlier this week and then what he's now having to defend when it comes to this explicit content.
Yeah, I mean, the announcement's already facing some pushback. Sam Altman responded yesterday. What do you have to say?
Yeah, so he says that, originally that he felt like, they do care very much about the principle of treating adult users like adults. And as AI becomes more important in people's lives, allowing a lot of freedom for people to use AI in the ways that they want and is an important part of their mission. So when you look at what that statement says, he's also made some comparisons to, R-rated movies, allowing people to have age-appropriate experiences on ChatGPT. The question, though, is how effective is the age verification, the age gating, the age estimation technology? A lot of people can get around this. We're seeing this issue.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's kind of like setting the parental lock on, well, they started this a long time ago on the old cable boxes, Adelphia, Comcast, some of the OG cable companies, AT&T. There's a lot of child locks on there, but there's a way to bypass all that. So really all this is a waste of time. There's ways around everything. Nothing's foolproof.
On Roblox, on social media platforms across the board. This is not an issue that is unique to OpenAI and ChatGPT. And what's really interesting here is they are trying to figure this out as they go along. And Sam Altman has admitted there's already teens who are not going to know a life without AI chatbots. And so they're trying to tinker with this as it goes along. But obviously there's huge challenges out there. There's advocacy groups and families who are saying this is not a good idea. We don't agree with what OpenAI is doing here.
I mean, yeah, there's enough poison floating around on the internet, right? So we're going from toxic social media influencers to AI erotica. It's like, how worse can things get? It's like all this AI shit is splitting up families. That's why at the dinner table, everybody's on their phone instead of eating and discussing social issues.
You know, and Julian, you talk to these companies all the time, and you watch them trying to walk the line between giving users freedom, as they say, treating adults like adults, but also setting boundaries to protect kids. So how are companies approaching that dilemma moving forward, given the resistance that other companies have faced as well?
So the resistance is out there from the legacy tech companies, right? The Metas, the Snaps, the X's of the world and beyond, TikTok, of course. But there is no hardcore or any substantive regulation from the federal level. There's some regulation on the state level that's sort of been percolating and growing over the past couple of years. But specifically in the case of OpenAI, just a couple of weeks ago, we were here reporting on the new parental controls that OpenAI has launched for kids having a safer experience. And then at the same time, you see OpenAI saying, okay, we're going to make it also age appropriate for people to see adult content on this. So they're trying to figure it out as they go along. And as with any startup, that's just the nature of how technology works. However, there are major casualties here. And I do feel like where society is right now, users and parents are hyper aware of what could happen. And so that's why you're seeing this significant pushback. But, you know, they are trying with their parental controls to, you know, set blackout hours, not allow ChatGPT to.
Yeah, just to have their older sibling unlock that shit for them. It's a waste of time.
Learn from, you know, your kids' AI experience and what they're putting in.
All right, yeah, they ain't talking about much else. But anyway, you get the lingo. This is stupid. But whatever. Hope you enjoyed this. Things are about to get interesting. Let's see, it's October of 2025 right now. Let's see what other dumb shit they roll out in January 2026. We still have the holidays in the way. And, you know, hopefully we have good holidays. It's about to start raining, getting cold, depending on where you live. But anyway, it's Kylie Vale. I'll catch you in the next video. Good night.